Welcome, brave souls, to the beginning of a chilling journey. A journey through the darkness that dwells within North America. A journey that will take us across the vast expanse of a continent to places that are etched with tales of horror, places that send shivers down the spine of even the most hardened among us. We're about to embark on a countdown. But this is no ordinary countdown. This isn't about the biggest or the best. No, this is a countdown of the disturbing, the eerie, the downright terrifying. These are places that hold stories of terror, of unspeakable acts, and of chilling mysteries that remain unsolved to this day. As we begin, I must warn you, the stories you are about to hear are not for the faint-hearted. We're delving into the shadows, into places that have seen the worst of humanity, and some that are simply inexplicably disturbing. We'll travel from the chilling remnants of a former concentration camp to the eerie woods, said to be haunted by witches, from a still-burning mine fire to a haunted hotel that inspired a classic horror novel. Each place we visit holds its own dark tale, its own piece of the puzzle that makes up this unsettling landscape. And while we'll be visiting these places from the safety of our own homes, the tales they tell are all too real. So, are you ready? Are you prepared to step into the unknown? To face the chilling tales that these places hold? Good, because we're about to begin. We're about to start our descent into the darkness, to count down from 10 to the most disturbing place in North America. Prepare yourself for the unthinkable as we delve into the depths of the first horrifying location. At number 10, we have the Holocaust Museum in Auschwitz, Poland. This site, once a Nazi concentration camp, remains a chilling testament to the atrocities committed during World War II. The camp witnessed the murder of over 1 million innocent lives, most of whom were Jews. Walking through the remnants of the gas chambers and crematoria is an experience that shakes one to the core. The museum's exhibits detail the horrifying conditions endured by the prisoners, the inhuman treatment they received, and the systemic annihilation they were subjected to. One can't help but feel a sense of profound sadness and horror at the extremes of inhumanity that took place here. The Holocaust Museum isn't just a place, it's a stark historical reminder of the depths to which human cruelty can sink. The horrors of this place serve as a grim reminder of humanity's darkest days. Coming in at number 9 is the eerie Isla de las Muñecas in Mexico. Nestled in the canals of Xochimilco, a borough of Mexico City, this haunting island is adorned with hundreds of decomposing dolls. The island's only inhabitant, Don Julián Santana Barrera, began hanging these dolls over half a century ago. The story goes that he discovered a young girl drowned in mysterious circumstances on the banks of the island. He found a doll near her, and out of respect, hung it on a tree. He was haunted by the spirit of the girl, and started hanging more dolls in an attempt to appease her spirit. Over the years, the island transformed into a chilling sight, with hundreds of lifeless eyes staring back at you. The decaying dolls, weathered by time and the elements, lend a disturbingly eerie atmosphere to the island. The unsettling atmosphere of this island is sure to leave an indelible mark on your psyche. At number 8, we have the Body Farm at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. This location, officially known as the Anthropology Research Facility, is a unique institution that lends itself to the study of decomposition in human bodies. Here, scientists and researchers delve into the macabre process of decay, examining the effects of various environmental conditions on the human body after death. This research is of immense value to the field of forensic science, aiding in criminal investigations and providing crucial insights into the mysteries of life after death. However, the facility is not for the squeamish. The farm is home to countless decomposing bodies, each in a different stage of decay, exposed to the elements or buried in shallow graves. The sight can be quite disturbing, a stark reminder of our own mortality. While the research may be valuable, the sight of decomposing bodies can be quite unsettling. Coming in at number 7 is the haunted Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. This imposing structure, nestled in the heart of Louisville, was once a bustling hospital dedicated to the treatment of tuberculosis patients. From the early to mid-20th century, it served as a beacon of hope for those afflicted by the deadly disease. However, with hope often comes despair, and Waverly Hills was no stranger to the darker side of human existence. As the years passed, reports began to surface of chilling paranormal activities, Within the sanatorium's decaying walls, sightings of spectral figures, eerie sounds, and unexplained phenomena became all too common. Some even claim to have encountered the spirits of former patients, forever trapped within the confines of the hospital. Today, the abandoned sanatorium stands as a haunting testament to its troubled past. With its decaying buildings and winding tunnels, this place is not for the faint of heart. At number 6, we have the abandoned mining town of Centralia, Pennsylvania. In the mid-20th century, Centralia was a bustling coal mining town with a thriving community. However, in the early 60s, a mine fire ignited an underground coal seam, turning the town into a smoldering ghost town. This fire, incredibly, is still burning today, more than 60 years later. The heat from the fire has caused the ground to fracture and collapse, creating dangerous sinkholes that can swallow houses whole. Those few brave or perhaps foolhardy souls who remain live in a constant state of vigilance, ever watchful for the ground opening beneath them or the silent, deadly creep of carbon monoxide into their homes. The constant threat of sinkholes and carbon monoxide poisoning makes this place disturbing indeed. Centralia serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers of coal mining and the indomitable power of nature when left unchecked. Coming in at number 6, we have the Dudleytown Woods in Connecticut. Tucked away in the scenic hills of Cornwall lies an area that's become the stuff of legends. The forest, known as Dudleytown Woods, is said to be haunted by the ghosts of witches and outlaws who once walked these paths. These spectral figures are not the only eerie presence in these woods. Many visitors have reported seeing strange lights flickering between the trees and peculiar sounds echoing through the night. Some have even claimed to feel an overwhelming sense of unease, as if being watched or followed. The tales and testimonies are enough to send a chill down the spine of even the bravest explorer. But whether these stories hold any truth or are simply the products of overactive imaginations, one thing is certain. The eerie lights and sounds make this forest a truly disturbing place. At number 4, we have the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. A grand structure nestled in the scenic Rocky Mountains, the Stanley Hotel is a beacon of old-world charm, but beneath the ornate Victorian decor, a darker story lurks. The hotel's long history is punctuated with tales of paranormal activity, from eerie echoes in the ballroom to spectral figures moving through its long, winding hallways. Most famously, the Stanley Hotel served as the chilling inspiration for Stephen King's renowned novel, The Shining. King's stay in room 217, filled with unsettling dreams and a sense of otherworldly presence, gave birth to this classic horror tale. The hotel has embraced its spectral reputation, offering nightly ghost tours and even promoting its most haunted rooms. Despite the beautiful mountain views and luxurious accommodations, guests have reported unexplained phenomena, adding to the hotel's mystique. The reported paranormal activity makes this hotel one of the most haunted places in America. Coming in at number 3, we have the Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia. Opened in the late 19th century, this maximum security prison was notorious for its inhumane conditions and brutal treatment of inmates. Overcrowding and violence were rampant, with prisoners often subjected to torturous punishments. In its 129 years of operation, the penitentiary was home to some of the most dangerous criminals in America. It's estimated that around 1,000 inmates met their end here, either through execution or violence within the prison walls. The prison was finally closed in 1995 after a court ruling declared the tiny 5 by 7 foot cells as cruel and unusual punishment. Today, the penitentiary stands as a chilling monument to a darker time in America's penal history. It's now a museum, offering tours for those brave enough to walk its haunted halls. The dark history of this place is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. At number 2, we have Jacob's Well in Wimberley, Texas. This natural spring with its crystal clear waters may seem inviting but holds a deadly secret. Dive a little deeper into its history and you'll find the chilling tales of danger that lurk beneath the surface. Jacob's Well is not just a spring, but a gateway to one of the longest underwater caves in Texas. Its seemingly innocent beauty has lured divers into its depths, only to trap them in its complex, winding passages. Over the years, it has claimed the lives of at least 9 divers who dared to explore its underwater caverns. The allure of the unknown, coupled with the thrill of danger, continues to draw adventurers to Jacob's Well, despite its grim past. But the chilling echoes of those who never resurfaced serve as a stark reminder. The dark history of this place is enough to make anyone think twice before taking a swim. And finally, the most disturbing place in North America, a place so dark, so chilling that it's too scary for most tourists. This place, known as the Sedlec Ossuary or the Bone Church, is located in Kutna Hora, Czech Republic. This small chapel is home to the remains of between 40 and 70,000 people, all intricately arranged to form decorations and furnishings. You heard that right. The chandelier, the coat of arms, even the altarpiece, all made from human bones. These bones aren't just stored here. They've been artistically arranged by a woodcarver named František Rindt in the late 19th century. The Schwarzenberg family, who owned the chapel at the time, commissioned Rindt to put the heaps of bones into order. And order he did, creating a chilling display of mortality that's both a work of art and a memento mori. The history of the ossuary is as grim as you'd expect. It began in the 13th century when an abbot of the Sedlec monastery brought back a handful of earth from the grave of the Lord in Jerusalem. This holy soil was sprinkled around the monastery cemetery, making it a desirable burial site. Centuries of plague, war, and famine filled the cemetery to bursting. A half-blind monk began exhuming bodies and stacking the bones in the chapel to make room for new burials. And so, the bone collection began. Despite its macabre interior, the Bone Church is a place of reverence, a symbol of the equalizing force of death. It's a reminder that regardless of wealth, status, or power, we all meet the same end. It's a place where the echoes of history resonate in the silence, where the dead speak in the language of bones. This concludes our journey through the most disturbing places in North America. Remember, these places hold dark histories and should be treated with respect and sensitivity.